Is breaking through 260 this morning and continuing higher at 261.5 the last time I checked. There's a raft of good news about Tesla that's helping this out this morning, including some new predictions by Gene Munster that are well worth a listen. High atop my list of good news items is this from Reuters. Electric vehicle maker Tesla is preparing to launch a revamped version of the Model Y from its Shanghai plant. Bloomberg News reported on Tuesday, citing people familiar with the matter. The new Model Y version could begin mass production as soon as mid 2024, the report added. I've seen other commentary that's suggesting that the changeover on the line will begin as early as next week. So maybe we're going to see this changeover a lot sooner than expected. So that's really super good news. We also have a very interesting morning going so far with the Russell up strongly, Bitcoin's up strongly, gold up, natural gas up strongly. A lot of asset classes really doing well this morning, but the market is relatively flat. The equities market, that is. Oh, the bonds are also rallying strongly this morning. So interesting kind of where things are going so far this morning. This is Randy Kirk. If you like getting this news every morning, and then again every afternoon with my co-hosts now, the whole week full of co-hosts, then it'll be a good thing to do is to like and subscribe and hit notify so that you're notified about all of these activities. We've got Brian White coming back again today. You'll love the show that we've got for you this afternoon. It's going to be so much fun. And, you could also join Patreon. That'd be a great way to show that you appreciate the amount of effort that goes into producing this show every single day. You can do that, of course, by going to the information down below. Now, I will give you a shock and a surprise. Maybe not. Maybe this won't be such a shock and a surprise. Do you know that we are getting strong reorders for this little guy, for the cyber? Yes, so people that got them for Christmas, gave them away as Christmas presents, are now coming back and sending me various kinds of notices, whether it's through my email, which is actually in the content below, the information below, or they're sending me a commentary in the YouTube videos saying, hey, I really loved it. The people that I gave it to really loved it. And so I'm placing reorders. So I've got such a special right now. I'll talk to you more about it in detail, but basically it's $25 for one and $20 for as many more as you want to buy. All that information now has been updated below in the description. All right, so Deepwater Asset, Gene Munster. He says he's got his 2024 predictions ready, and he claims that he got 2023 84% right. Now, his predictions are not just about Tesla. They're about Apple and a bunch of other stuff, but we're only going to talk about what he is saying about Tesla. He says, whoops. Nothing like almost live video recording to have you have such a mistake here early in the morning. Anyway, here's what he's reporting. Tesla will wait until 2024 to announce Model 2. That was what they guessed last year. The market has now come to an agreement, is now calling Model 2 robotaxi. Our revised prediction is he will see the product previewed in 2025. Here's what he says. The Tesla robotaxi will not be announced. In 2024, I believe it is Tesla's best interest to stay quiet on the robotaxi. The new vehicle's selling feature is its price, and Tesla's showcasing the upcoming vehicle would likely have a cooling effect on current low-price Model 3 sales. A risk not worth taking in a year when EV sales will continue to be muted, according to I don't believe that one. On top of that, the car will likely be produced in Giga, Mexico, which we believe won't be operational until 2027. Boy, that's going to be a big miss for him next year on all those different things. Tesla will maintain U.S. EV market share, while most investors expect Tesla to lose share in 2024, given that they have almost 60% U.S. market share today. We believe the company will maintain that share as traditional car companies are slowing their investments in EVs. And then number three, while EV growth will slow in 2024. It will rebound in 2025. We expect EV deliveries in the U.S. to grow by about 25% in 2024, down from over 40% in 2023. We expect growth to reaccelerate in 2025 as consumer optimism about the category improves, along with affordability. Well, I think there's going to be a lot of missing on that one. Piper Sandler analyst on the other side, Alexander Potter, reiterated his overweight rating and a $2.95 per share price target for the company. In his recent comments, the analyst noted that Piper Sandler is expecting Tesla to post 507,000 vehicle deliveries for the fourth quarter of 2023. I think that's going to be a miss too. If the electric vehicle maker achieves this feat, the analyst noticed that Tesla would be able to post a full year of about 1.83 million cars. Wow. I think he's going to have that. I think these analysts are going to be missing. I don't know where they're getting these numbers. Anyway, here's a rumor, by the way, that Tesla is receiving 10,000 orders per day on the Cybertruck since the handover day. That would be wild and crazy. As of this moment, only a rumor. Now, this one I think is a much stronger article, or much stronger analysis. Teslarati says that Tesla Gigafactory Berlin's expansion plans, including the purchase of an additional 100 hectares of land in the forest east of the factory's 300-hectare property in Grunheide. Tesla plans to turn the 100-hectare into a freight yard, storage area, and training room. With these expansion plans, the company also aims to double the factory's annual production capacity from 500 electric vehicles to 1 million. Elon Musk has stated that Giga Berlin will build Tesla's 25,000-pound EV. Yeah, we're also now expecting, I'm strongly expecting them to start building Model 3s there this year as well. The Texas-based automaker must first submit a new development plan to the municipality to make the purchase. Tesla is planning to have to apply for that with use permits and other permits. Elon Musk says Tesla will build, well, that goes on and on. As with everything involving Tesla Giga Berlin, there has been some criticism about the expansion. Reasons brought up with the factory was awaiting permission previously, etc. So Tesla invited the local residents to an information event on January 14th, 2024. I want to go. The municipality is going to hold a citizen survey at the beginning of 2024 where residents may vote on how they feel about Tesla's expansion plans. Do they do this for everybody or only the single largest employer in the entire area? According to RBB24, the vote will not be binding. All right, let's turn to the general economy. The Wall Street Journal is saying this morning that U.S. retail sales rose 3.1% from November 1st through December 24th. This is according to MasterCard Spending Pulse, which measures sales in stores and online. This estimate, which isn't adjusted for inflation, reflects a year marked by rising prices and a strong U.S. job market. So if total U.S. retail sales went up 3.1% and inflation is about 3%, sounds to me like unit sales were flat. I'm going to be looking for more articles on this because I'm thinking that maybe MasterCard is certainly a good resource. I'm sure that their numbers are very, very useful, but I'm thinking that maybe unit sales increased. I think we'll see better numbers on this. Now, by the way, this article went on to say that most of this, again, the increase was mostly in online and that the brick and mortar stores actually were only about an increase of 1 or 2%, which would be an overall decrease in terms of units. All right, Reuters is saying this morning about the bond market. This is so interesting. As bonds emerge from a historical sell-off last year, some investors expect better times in the U.S. fixed income markets next year, as long as the Federal Reserve's rate cuts play out as anticipated. A fourth quarter rally saved bonds from an unprecedented third straight annual loss in 2023, following its worst ever decline a year earlier and well into 2024. 2023. The late surge came after treasuries hit their lowest level since 2000 last October. Fueling these gains were expectations that the Fed is likely finished with rate increases and will cut borrowing costs next year, a view that gained traction when policymakers unexpectedly penciled in 75 basis points of easing in their December economic projections. Falling rates are expected to guide treasury yields lower and push up bond prices, an outcome that a broad swath of investors are anticipating. The latest fund manager survey from Bank of America Global Research showed investors are holding their biggest overweight positions in bonds since 2009. In this fairly long article, which I only read part of, there is not one mention of the inversion, not one mention of the fact that short-term bonds have not rallied. Moreover, the article attempts to paint the bond market as following the Fed moves when even the Fed acknowledged that the treasuries right now are leading, not following. Anyway, I continue to believe that the short-term treasuries, the 2-month all the way to the 2-year, even the 3-year, that those are still beaten down and there is a rally in the future. This is not investment advice. Do your own homework. It is going to be even harder to give Bloomberg any credibility in its reporting on anything after this headline, but especially how will anybody be able to believe anything they say about Tesla and Elon Musk after this? It says that Elon Musk, this is the headline, Elon Musk is New Republic's 2023 Scoundrel of the Year. He has proved this year that he's not just evil, but deeply stupid too. Now, if New Republic wants to come out and do that, and they want to make that decision, they want to do that, I would think that, let them do it. But for Bloomberg to pick it up and run with it, I'm sorry, they're out. They're not credible at all anymore. It says, I'm not going to bore you with the rest of the reporting. If you're interested in it, just Google that headline, and I'm sure you'll be able to get it. Very sad for journalism in general, and Bloomberg in particular, and the New Republic as well. Not that I follow anything that the New Republic says. So where are the numbers right now? Let's take a look real quick. We have got Tesla still topping off now at 262.13. We've been waiting for this day for a while. Yes, my 300 is not going to happen before the year end, at least probably not. Has Tesla ever rallied 15 points a day for 2 days? No. Well, yes, of course it has. Anyway, but I'm saying it's probably going to take until the middle of next week or so if we're going to get to that 300 number after the numbers come out on Tuesday. All right, so that's where Tesla is right now. Let's look at the rest. We have got the Dow Jones up a meager little 0.12%. We got the NASDAQ up a meager little 1.15%, and the S&P up 0.1%. Let's turn those into numbers. And that's 46 for the Dow, 23 for the NASDAQ, and 4 for the S&P, with Tesla up $5.66. We have got the Magnificent Seven mixed, with Apple, Google, and Microsoft down, and the rest are up, but only, well, except for Meta, which is up nicely a full percent this morning. We have got the Cathie Woods mixed as well, but I'm almost certain the bond market is doing very well. So usually the Cathie Woods are up strongly when the bonds are doing very well. And let's go ahead and look at those bonds. Yep, they are doing what they are rallying this morning. We have got the 10-year down. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, the yields are down over 4 basis points to 3.843. Now starting to go down. Looks like it's going to start testing that 3.77, I think, which is the low. We have got the 2-year is down, but only a half a basis point. We've got the 2-month down 1.5 basis points. So we're seeing a little bit of rallying almost across the board this morning, but nothing still as strong as the 10-year is rallying. So there's still a lot of room for those shorter term rates to come down and the underlying bonds to go up. Not investment advice, but I was right last time. I'm eventually I'm going to be right on this as well. That's the deal, right? Eventually. Maybe I was early like Elon, but it usually turns out to be true because the analysis is the analysis. All right. So we've got oil down this morning, $0.50 to 75. We've got the Brent almost $6 higher. So we continue to see that unusual situation where the Brent is almost 6, but it's based on this whole Red Sea thing. Natural gas this morning up almost 5%. Now, I'm thinking that may not just be Red Sea at this point. Are we starting to see colder weather either in the United States or Europe that's causing this? I will try to look into that and report on that later. We have got gold up $11. So gold has been rallying, but has not broken back through 2100. Interesting to see where that goes. Copper up 1.55. That would indicate silver's up also. So maybe the commodities are rallying this morning. We've got the dollar touching a 5-month low as the bond is the treasuries continue to go down. That's probably mostly what it is. We've got Bitcoin up 794.40 to almost 43,000. It's getting very close to its top, recent top. We've got we already talked about all that. Let's go back and take one more look at, one of my last looks at Tesla. We've got Tesla still up 624 at 262. It has continued up now. So in other words, it looked like it was topping, but now it's continuing up. We might be going, there's a fairly difficult place to pierce at about 275. I don't think we'll go as far as 275 today, but crazier things have happened. All right, so again, this is a good time to hit like and subscribe and notify. I'm going to give you those 2 cards from yesterday where we talked about the journalism right now. Very fun reviews of 2 stories in particular yesterday that we did. And so those cards will be up there for you right there. Again, let's talk about this. Remember now, this is as thick as in fact, it might be thicker now because they reduced the thickness of the Cybertruck compared to what we were expecting. It comes in camo or it comes in stainless, and you need to let me know which one you want. It is a bottle opener. If you've forgotten all about this, if you've forgotten these things, it is a magnet, a refrigerator magnet, a nice, strong, heavy-duty magnet. And it's phenomenal to give as a gift, something to give to buyers, something to give to friends, whatever kind of situation you got coming up, birthday parties, etc. Buy a few and just have them ready for future things. And again, what I'm doing right now is $25 for one, and then you go to $20 for 2 or 3 or 4 or 27. So if you buy 2, it's $40. If you buy 3, it's 60, etc. Okay, but on one, it's just very hard for me to get all the way down to 20. So $25, and then if you're outside the country, outside the United States zip code system, then you need to add $20 if you're in North America or Europe, but you need to add $30 if you're like in Australia, New Zealand, Japan, etc. All that Pacific region. That needs $30. Believe it or not, that's what it cost me to send one of these over into that area of the world right now. All right, so what we already talked. Okay, are we done? Patreon. If you haven't set up Patreon yet, please set up Patreon. Tesla, continue. You've got an extra few dollars now, so you can do Patreon. You are getting rich as we sit here at $263.20 now, at $659 up for the day. Looking strong. Where will we end the day? Right now, I think it could be one of those 10 to 15 point days based on the trajectory, based on what we've seen it do before in similar situations. So a run for the end of the year. Maybe they're looking at that 500,000 unit suggestion this morning as being real. I don't think there's a chance, but who knows? Crazier things have happened. Hey, it's been great talking to you.